Detective Steve, last name is Berry, B-E-R-R-Y, City of Mesa Police Department. Yesterday morning, about 11 a.m., we had a call come in for a abandoned baby. A resident in the area of 9th Place and Alma School went out in front of his house for just going out on the porch, and he saw a small infant carrier, kind that you would put a baby in. When he walked over to it, he heard some noises, opened up the blankets and materials there in the carrier, and did indeed find a newborn infant. Newborn still had the umbilical cord attached. Things were still moist and damp, obviously, from the birthing process, and of course he immediately called Mesa Police and Fire. Baby was taken to the hospital. It's a very healthy little girl. She's 7 pounds 8 ounces, and she was checked out and appears to be in good healthy condition. At this point, our detectives have kind of exhausted all of our initial possible leads that we had, and we have had no success in locating either mom or dad for this child. So today, obviously, we're reaching out to the public for anyone who may have been in that area yesterday morning, may have seen a woman in that area or a vehicle or anything suspicious in nature that might be able to provide us with some information as to who the parents are to this little girl.
What are they charged with? Do they face any charges, Steve?
Obviously, you cannot abandon a child like that. That would probably fall under endangerment or something like that. I'd have to see how they would actually charge that. But certainly, the health and welfare of an infant, a brand new newborn infant, is certainly put in peril by leaving it like that without any sort of medical care or attention.
And just literally around the corner, there's a place where they could.
Approximately a half mile at most from where the baby was found is a Mesa Police or a Mesa Fire Station. Under Arizona's safe haven law, fire stations are one of the locations where a person who, for whatever reason, if they felt like they had this child and they just would not be able to care for it or take care of it, they would be able to take that baby to the fire station, no questions asked, and deliver that baby to the fire personnel, and they would take care of it from there. The other places on the safe haven law are churches, obviously a church that's open where someone can care for the child, not just a closed church in the middle of the night. Hospitals, a licensed care facility, a child care facility, any of those places. And that's the reason that the law is in place. We understand that there are circumstances that people might get themselves into in life where they just don't feel like they can deal with this or have the ability to care for that child. And that's why this law is in place, so that they have a safe location where they can take this baby and people will take care of the baby from there, and we can have a nice, happy, healthy baby moving forward.
Your message to the mother, the father, or anyone else who may know about where this baby came from?
Certainly our message would be we would like that person to come forward. We'd certainly like to talk to them, find out what their circumstances are. If they need assistance in other ways beyond this particular child, they may have other children and are just having issues taking care of them. We would love to be able to identify them and provide whatever services we can in the best way possible.
With the safe haven law being in effect for so long, is it still surprising to have a situation like this where they're blocks away, right around the corner from a fire station, where they could easily drop the child out with no question?
And that's true. Most people know about the safe haven law, and again, I know nothing about the mother in this situation. If you perhaps had a very young woman, young lady who had this baby, and perhaps she's not very worldly yet, and she doesn't know about that. But you would think that someone, a parent or guardian or someone, an older friend would know about that, certainly knows this young lady's pregnant. You can't go to full term and you not notice. Maybe they could have provided her with that information or something like that.
How tough is it going to be to find the parents, and what's the likelihood, do you think, that you'll find them?
We don't know. That's why we're standing here now. We're hoping that someone in the public knows a person who is pregnant and today they're not. And there's no baby around. We certainly think that someone out there knows who the mother of this child is, and we hope by getting this information out, again, we'll be able to get that back and be able to move forward with the investigation.
Are you working with other hospitals in the area to see if anybody might have medical issues of giving a birth and showing up?
Certainly those are all the things that detectives always work on anytime we have a situation like this, whether it be a birth or a shooting or something like that where we can't find a victim. We send out a hospital notification where this is the information we have. If you have someone matching this set of circumstances,
And Barry, is there a phone number for anybody out there who's watching this online?
For anyone that's watching online, if they have any information regarding this case, we'd ask them to call the Mesa Police Department at 480-644-2211. That's our main Mesa Police Department phone number, and that will get to our dispatch center, and we can get the information to the detective.